Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK and a special episode where we're going to be discussing some recent comic book movie news in the form of a Spider-Man item and a Justice League item. Starting off with Justice League. Justice League, obviously the film that follows Batman vs Superman, which was a movie that was pretty widely disliked. Or at least most people thought that it had some pretty severe flaws. I quite enjoyed it, but yeah, nowhere near the levels of kind of Civil War. I don't think it's a good movie. It's far too muddled and just a bit of a weird one. And I love Zack Snyder. So, Justice League, the creators Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers, the production company, whatever, they were very candid and very open. They recently let a load of bloggers, journalists, onto the set in London, in the United Kingdom, which is where we live. And interestingly, they didn't embargo the information. I think they embargoed it for about 5 days or something like that. But apart from that, anything they saw they could talk about, which is, I don't know, I've never really seen anything like this. You don't see potential movies with lots of spoilers. You don't see journalists coming in more than a year, 18 months before the movie is released and just, you know, writing whatever they want. But I've read a few of these reports and this movie sounds absolutely fantastic. It sounds like they are correcting some of the problems with Batman vs Superman. Obviously Batman vs Superman was incredibly dark. Too dark, some would say. And they seem to be correcting this with Justice League. A lot of the reports focused on Ezra Miller's Flash character, Barry Allen. And they said that he almost plays a similar role to how Spider-Man played in Civil War. They said that he adds a lot of humour, bounces off the character as well, and just brightens the whole thing up. They also said that, you know, Flash wasn't the only one adding humour to the movie. I won't go into too many specifics. I didn't read too much myself for fear of spoilers, but it sounds very interesting. It also sounds very much like, they revealed some plot details and I think they sound really good. This will be minor spoilers possibly, but it says that following the, well, certainly spoilers for Batman vs Superman, following the death of Superman, Batman feels like he needs to prove something, or he needs to carry on the saving people thing. And so him and Wonder Woman team up to gather all of the other heroes, obviously the member of the Justice League, to fight the incoming threat. And, you know, it's very basic story and plot, but it sounds fantastic. One of the other key things was apparently all of the costumes are fantastic. Particularly Flash's sounds brilliant. They said that it has lots of almost panels, patchworky, where he is trying to make the costume, he being Flash, is trying to make the costume more aerodynamic. So he's swapping bits out, bits that work he's keeping, redesigning it, and it's also got wires all over it, which is where they're going to CG in the electrical currents and whatnot. And it all sounds really, really good. My hype levels are officially in gear, and that's fantastic. But the hype levels I have for Justice League are not as high as the hype levels I have for SpiderMan Homecoming, which is quickly becoming the one to watch, I think. The cast is shaping up to be like just unbelievable. Martin Starr has just recently been cast, but one of the other key cast members has been Abraham Attah. I'm not familiar with him, not at all. However, having seen his picture, to me it seems completely I cannot imagine who else he could be if not Miles Morales. Well, if he's not Miles Morales, I don't think he'll be a major character. The black cast members of Spider-Man, in terms of the comic, pretty limited. There's not all that many of them, but this guy looks dead on Miles Morales. Miles Morales, if you're not familiar, he is a second Spider-Man, basically, in the Ultimate Universe of Marvel, which is basically a alternate continuity, which has recently been folded into the main continuity. It all gets very confusing. But when it was its own separate universe, several years ago, Peter Parker died in that universe, and Miles Morales was bitten by a spider, and he got similar powers to Spider-Man, to Peter Parker. Not the same, such as he could get kind of stealth camouflage, so he could kind of turn invisible. He got like a venom blast, a bit like Spider-Woman. And he is probably a little bit more humble, not quite as cocky, not quite as intelligent. He is not unintelligent by any means, but he's not the genius level intelligence as Peter Parker is, and he's just a very endearing character, and his expanded cast is actually really good in the comics. But he's been around for about 5 years or so, and he's just grown in popularity, and I think the stories with him are really intriguing, and he is a really fantastic character. The unique thing about it is, if this is Miles Morales in the movie, this is going to provide a very unique relationship. Miles Morales has appeared in a few different things, i.e. The cartoon series, he's been in his own comics, the Ultimate Universe, and he's also had crossovers with Spider-Man when they were separate universes, and then, as I say, the Ultimate Universe has now been folded into the regular Marvel Universe, so we see the relationship between about 17-year-old Miles Morales and a 35-year-old Peter Parker. So that has almost a mentor relationship, not a father-son dynamic, but it is more of a mentor, slightly parental I suppose, but yeah, that kind of relationship. If it is Miles Morales in the film, this is going to give us I guess they're meant to be about 16, two 16-year-old boy relationship, so it's going to be a friend relationship, and I think that is extremely exciting. If it is Miles Morales, I can only assume that what they would do is similar thing to how Iron Man treated James, War Machine, I think, in that they're obviously friends, banter between each other, and of course in Iron Man there was the pretty heavy-handed nod, maybe next time or whatever it was. I don't think that they would set it up all too much. It, may well be an after credits scene if there's more than one. Don't think it would be a sole one. Or it could be something that they explored in a sequel. I definitely think it's something that they should explore. We've had 3 Spider-Man films already. Let's do something different. And if that means having a relationship of 2 Spider-Men, bloody brilliant. Bring it on. I honestly think that is an extremely exciting thing. So, that's the news and that's my feelings on it. It's got me proper hyped. So, let me know if you're hyped in the comments section below. And subscribe for more videos.